Somebody named themselves Jordy's curved thumb. Stupid.
Experience BPD things almost daily.
Shut up about BPD. Shut up.
Come on, like the stream for my curved thumb.
So why are you sitting there and acting like you're like this almighty person?
I'm not. I expose myself.
Bull.
I've admitted to everything I've ever done wrong.
Okay, but this is a weird way of like getting closure. Or whatever you're trying to do. Don't you think?
No.
But okay. My whole thing is like, I didn't think you were a bad person, but I guess now I do. It's just like, you know the type of reaction I was.
Oh, no. I didn't think you were a bad person, but now I do. Amberlynn said on an Instagram Q&A maybe a year ago-ish. I remember her saying explicitly, blah, 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 blah. She was talking about Destiny. And at the very end of that Instagram Q&A response, she said, anyways, I low-key dislike Destiny anyway.
Gonna receive by you doing this.
Well, I haven't necessarily gotten good reactions.
Bullshit.
What good reactions have I got? As soon as I got on live, everyone said I got fat. So, you act like I'm getting all this praise.
You are. Literally everyone is following you. Team Destiny. Amberlynn's an abuser. Like,
I haven't seen that. I have not seen Destiny. I have never seen once the hashtag Team Destiny. Have you guys seen hashtag Team Destiny? No.
No. Yeah.
No.
No.
I have never seen that. I mean, I look through comments on YouTube. I am active on Twitter and everything. Never once have I seen hashtag Team Destiny.
because of everything that you're saying. And it's like the one incident where I could slightly be an abuser, it didn't even happen.
You're a very manipulative person.
I have come to terms that my mental illness does make me manipulate in ways. Ugh. And in the relationship I'm in now.
Wait, what?
What?
What? I have come to terms with the fact that my mental has made me a manipulative person. Did she just... We assigned blame for that?
BPD.
I'm not manipulative. The mental is.
Oh, it's like mature, and we're trying to grow together and learn together. And it's like, for my mental illness to be used against me by my ex is pretty shitty.
You act like I'm doing this on...
She's the victim. She is now the victim in Code Red. Okay, let's start from the very beginning here. Okay, so Amberlynn said, Destiny, if you go to Mammy's and have dinner, I'm going to fill in the
I
blank.
wanted to go see my mom. She starts screaming at me from the sliding glass doorway, saying that she's gonna harm herself if I leave.
The whole thing with the soda being thrown, charged the car, and then all of that happened, which, by the way, didn't happen, according to her. This never,
Ever.
happened. But it happened, okay? We're living in that reality, that it actually did happen. That's the, everything everywhere all at once reality that we're living in. It did happen, okay? So I want you to play along with that scenario. The code red thing did happen. Okay, so because all of that happened, Amberlynn said that the bottle of soda was thrown, the car was charged. That was the mentals. It was the mentals' fault.
Mental things is scary.
And now that the mentals made her do that and Destiny brought it up, that's Destiny using the mentals against her. So now Amber's the victim. Simone Biles could not have done a more perfect floor routine of mental gymnastics than that. I mean, like the gold medals. I mean, that like who would that convince? What person would that make sense to? I don't know. It's like, if you're gonna lie and if you're gonna manipulate and if you're gonna, not take any ownership of anything, I mean, like, I don't know. You'd think that you'd put a little bit more thought or effort into it. You would think that.
Purpose to mess with you.
Then what are you doing?
I'm healing.
This isn't healing. Laughing, calling me a sumo wrestler, telling me I stink. That's not healing.
That part's not.
Then what is that?
Okay, so Destiny's trying to say here, it's not 100% healing. Some of it's shade. And I mean, at least, she can own up to it. Hey. Oh, is that me being Team Destiny?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Maybe Amber was right. Crap, I'm live. I can't edit this out. No! Hashtag Team Destiny. All right. Does that look like a hashtag? I kind of just thought that up on my own real quick. I'm healing. I know. She takes a big sip of her Diet Coke or whatever she's playing with in this cup and she goes, I'm healing. Wait. Wait, hold on. I'm healing. They don't try to be funny. They no, like I
was just playing the game.
What game is that?
Just giving the people what they want.
And what is that?
I was answering questions when I said all those things.
It's forever making people have something else to literally harass me about and to bully me about. You know what I deal with on
I could have not said a word and not be vlogging right now and people would have shit to say about you.
I think prior to Girl World and this community that I've, kind of been a part of now for about 2 years now-ish, the last time that I ever heard the word bully be used, if it wasn't being used unironically, it was probably middle school.
You're just making it a million times worse. And the fact that, your brother is in on this? What the fuck?
My brother's in on this? What do you mean?
You literally, back when I was watching your live streams, one you did a couple weeks ago, you said how Timothy is, your, guiding you or whatever.
He's like a wannabe manager. He doesn't actually do anything.
How shitty is that? I know T on him. I know T on your whole fucking family times 12, but I'm not that person.
You have T on my brother?
Yeah, he was a coke addict.
Oh my god.
How did it go from I have tea on him, I'm not that kind of person, I'm not going to share that, to the next sentence being the brother's tea? What?
What?
I'm not that kind of person, I would never spill his tea. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Destiny's brother and Blow. Oh, yeah, they know each other real well. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? I'm not that kind of person, and then immediately does it. That must be... What's the Looney Tunes, like the little Roadrunner thing, and the Wile E. Coyote? Like, however fast Roadrunner goes, like, running into a contradiction that quickly, that's just crazy. I'm not that kind of person.
I genuinely, from the depths of my soul, am not that type of person.
Listen, I have tea on your brother, but I would never say that. Oh, he does that. Like, what? How is that tea? How is her brother having that problem tea? And you know what this reminds me of from the Instagram thing? You know, the person who couldn't afford food or whatever, the person who had food insecurity, someone was like, oh, Amber, spill tea on people, but don't name them. And she got on Instagram and said, oh, I know somebody right now that can't afford food. Like, that's tea? What? What?
I mean, shit.
How did you know that? Who the fuck told you that?
You fucking told me, Destiny, we were friends. Like, you act like we were, like, enemies or something.
I was trying to remember when that was going on.
I was one of the first people you...
See, it's like, I feel like maybe Destiny didn't tell her this, but you know who does a lot of talking behind the scenes is Amberlynn and Dana. So I could so see Dana having told Amberlynn that, and then Amberlynn just now spilling that tea, and then gaslighting Destiny, saying, girl, you don't remember? You don't remember telling me this? You told me this. We were friends. But like, actually, it was Dana, and she just doesn't want to get Dana in trouble.
Called when you found out that your dad was not your dad. Like, you forget how close we were, and you just, like, shoved that down the toilet.
My brother's business is my brother's business. I don't think he cares.
One of the first people you called when you found out that your dad was not your dad. Like, you forget how close we were, and you just, like, shoved that down the toilet.
She's stunned. Did you see the look on her face? Okay, so in the span of 30 seconds, Amberlynn told the world, Destiny, your brother, this, and then your dad, the paternity or whatever, like, it wasn't so. Destiny's stunned. Like, there are certain reactions that people have, like, on live stream. It's like, that would be way different than had they, you know, received it on a phone call or in a text message or everything. I feel like on live stream like this, Destiny's really trying to compose herself and think to herself, okay, if I show any sort of emotion right now, that could be, you know, not good. So let me just take a seat. Let me just chill for a second. She said it. It's out there now. But that's really, really low, in my opinion. I mean, has anything that Destiny has shared in this tea spilling series amounted to anything such as the severity of what Amber just shared? I mean, think about it. Really, you know, the K-cup holder incident, Code Red, you know, like talking to Dana or whatever, like behind Amberlynn's, or no, talking to the girl from California behind Amberlynn's back. Like, I feel like all of this is kind of like, if we're going to scale it 1 to 10 and everything, like what Amber just did is definitely higher up on the scale than, you know, Destiny sharing that Amberlynn took bird baths in her mom's upstairs bathroom.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's, I don't know. You just like, you really just have to kind of cringe when people hit really below the belt like that. Maybe Destiny knows things, but like, you know, like any like rational human, it's like you would think, like, you know, regardless of like what we're doing on the internet and everything, like, you don't need to, just because you have that ammunition in your pocket, that doesn't mean that you need to take it out and share it with the world. That doesn't mean that you need to, you know, throw it. It's like, I mean, really, I mean, I don't know if Destiny knows anything that is more severe about Amberlynn, but I'd assume that she does. I'd assume that she knows things about Amberlynn's family or things like that. It's like, I'd imagine that there are some below the belt hits that Destiny could be taking that she isn't. And it just goes to show, anytime that Amberlynn gets a little bit of ammunition, a little bit of something on someone, it immediately thrown back in their face. It's like, no self-control. But I mean, we see that in other aspects. So Destiny's brother having that issue, or Destiny's, you know, paternity test or whatever for, you know, like who her dad is and everything, that's not tea. That's not anything. I mean, and yeah, Amberlynn could turn around and say the same thing about the whole, like, oh, well, you know, calling me a sumo wrestler or saying that I didn't shower is kind of the same thing. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, I just disagree. Destiny calling you a sumo wrestler or saying that, you know, you took bird baths, you know, like 8 years ago or whatever, that's a little bit different than saying that someone's brother is, you know, having that kind of issue and talking about, you know, a child's paternity. It's like, I mean, read The Room. That says everything about her and nothing about Destiny.
My brother's business is my brother's business. I don't think he cares. Everyone knows that.
I know. That's why I'm not going to sit there and talk about you. Like, I've dealt with it. Like, I felt like I had to defend myself. So that's why I did what I did. But then I realized it was so bad for mental health. And I'm just not that type of person, like, at all. And it's like, you and Becky being in cahoots is fucking disgusting.
She's not that kind of person.
No.
She's not that kind of person.
No.
Yet she's voluntarily been on this call for 4.5 minutes. Wait, what about Becky? Need to go back a little bit.
And I'm just not that type of person.
Again.
Like, at all. And it's like, you and Becky being in cahoots is fucking disgusting.
Me and Becky are not in cahoots.
No. Yeah.
Whatever. You are.
I mean, she said that, you know, with pretty great confidence, in my opinion. You and Becky being in cahoots is effing disgusting. Destiny replying to that, we're not in cahoots. Amberlynn, well, whatever. It's just, you know, it's like, well, you were very confident when you originally said it. Then she said, nuh-uh. And then your response to that was, well, whatever.
You don't know what Becky put me through. And no one does. No one does, because I am not that person.
We don't know what Becky put her through. Did I just hear that correctly? You don't know what Becky put me through. And no one does.
And you'll never know.
What Becky put her through?
And somehow, and like, oh my God, the whole Casey thing, Destiny, I swear to God, I have never, like, hated you more.
What do you mean?
Because you know I'm telling the truth, and you have always stood by me.
Okay, I think that they're talking about the whole... So, Casey was season 1. I know that, like, you know, sometimes people are like, well, George, wouldn't this be season 4 since she's only had the... I consider Casey season 1 just because there is lore to Casey, and although there is not really a lot of footage from, you know, when they dated way long ago or whatever, I still consider that an era of our program that is discussed. So I consider, you know, that that to be season 1 and everything. But anyway, I think that what she's referring to here is the whole, like, Casey got on live stream one time and said that during season 2, Amberlynn confided in Casey that Amberlynn got a little, choosing my words carefully, my mind like buffering, got a little hands-on with Crystal. That's a good way of putting it.
Definitely has hit her. Definitely. And yeah, she's never slapped her. She's probably punched her. She admitted to Casey that, yes, she has hit Crystal.
So here, you know, Amberlynn saying it again, you should know. You should know better than anyone. You always had my back with this and everything. That's not true. That's a lie. And she said, you know, I think it's disgusting that you would put that out there again.
Like, I wish you would just fucking leave my name out of your mouth.
I mean, same.
On with your life.
And I'm sure Becky feels the same way.
I don't talk about her.
I don't want to hear it, because you do. And still me.
I literally haven't talked about you in, live stream era, which was 2 years ago, and then here you come around the woodwork.
You can't say you haven't talked about me since live stream era, and then you made videos about me.
Oh. Since live stream era, that's BS. She has definitely talked about Destiny since then. Maybe not in videos, but you know what? On that Telenym or the Ask FM or the Instagram Q&As and everything, I have seen Destiny's name brought up numerous times since live stream era. All right, I feel a little bit healed.
Yes. That makes no damn sense.
I was just about to say, the only reason why I started talking about you was to defend myself. And when it comes to Becky, me and Becky equally decided that we will not talk about each other. And since that point, I have not talked about her.
That's why Becky has literally texted me saying she doesn't understand why you can't keep her name out of your mouth.
When? For how long ago?
It was like
over a year?
It was
the last time that I remember the big thing. Yes, big with Becky is that whole Becky didn't allow me to feel comfortable in my own skin conversation. The whole like, oh, I might like guys, I'm not sure, but regardless of whether or not I wanted to ever explore that within myself, I didn't feel comfortable in doing so because of Becky.
She would be very defensive anytime I'd try to ask her if she may be bisexual. She would say no and accuse me of trying to label her or change who she was. I'd ask about it because she would talk a lot about being with guys, the incident at the movie theater, and about other things she did. It was okay to talk about, but it felt odd to me just how often it was brought up. I think back on it now, and I do think that she might have said those things so often to get some kind of reaction out of me. Maybe to see if I'd get jealous about it. I do understand being confused about your identity and wanting to explore that, but I was never really given that opportunity to support her or to allow her to explore that part of her. We didn't talk more about it because she was so adamant that she only liked women and would shut me down anytime I asked about possibly being bi. I think it did affect me in a way, especially after the breakup, and once she opened up more about it while with Jade. Jade was bisexual and poly, and Amber started to explore that more with Jade.
It was just like how do we get to this? You know, like what math equation, you know, what process what formula are we using to get to =, Becky? You know, it's just like I don't get I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't watch your stuff.
Oh my god.
Hate you.
No, it like froze and I had to get off, and then it finally went back on.
Oh my god, I did not know you were still live. I would not have talked about Becky because I literally, like I said, I am respectful.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh, that's why you.
Destiny's like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Like, girl, for real, you didn't know I was live. You know that Amberlynn is sitting there with her laptop open, like she probably has it on her laptop, the TV, her tablet, her phone. You know, she probably had a DoorDash iPad come to her door so that she could load up Destiny's Stream on like a 10th device. You know that she was looking at YouTube. I didn't know.
But like, I wish you would just like literally stop talking about me.
I'm trying to get past through all this shit, get done talking about you, and then move on. I just have to finish it.
Why can't, like, the same way that I want to respect Becky, which I am, why can't you do that for me?
What?
What?
What? Girl, you featured Becky on your program for years and continued to talk about her, I mean, even up till recently. Why can't you afford me the same courtesy of not talking about me like I do for Becky? Oh my gosh. Like, I can't. I don't know how we arrive to some of the conclusions that we do sometimes. You guys would just take a second on YouTube. Go ahead and press that thumbs up button. Look at my curved thumb. Come on, look at that.